area awards. The more the merrier. Also, this year, unlike last year, we are giving first, second, and third place awards, so everybody who sent in won an award this year. So we had, I think, only 11 entries, but please, next year, let's get it in. Okay, category 3, non-commercial entry. There were 2 entries. And the winners are, second place goes to the Junior Enlisted Louisiana Enlisted Association. And first place goes to the Enlisted Echo, South Dakota Enlisted Association. Category 4, combined association entry. There were 3 entries, and the winners are, third place, the Retiree News Wyoming Enlisted National Guard. Second place to Nagat News, Texas Enlisted Association. First place, Tar Heel Guardsmen, North Carolina Enlisted Association. Category 5, Angus Area Publication Entry. There were no entries. Excuse me. Category 6, State Auxiliary Newsletter entries. These will be given out tomorrow, but I will let you know, since there's not a first or second, it was a tie for the 2 of them, and the 2 that entered were Bucky's Auxiliary News, Wisconsin National Guard, and Dakota Messenger, South Dakota Angus Auxiliary. Category 7, Angus, go ahead. Category 7, Angus Area Auxiliary Newsletter. There were no entries. Category 8, non-commercial website entry. And again, this is something that's so easy to enter. We only had 3 people send their websites in. There were 3 entries. Third place goes to EANGUS.org, Kansas Angus National Guard. This was a very hard judging because a lot of your websites look alike, but these were probably the 3 best websites that were entered that I have seen in Angus. Second place, nagat.org, Texas Enlisted Association. First place, Lengia.org, Louisiana Enlisted Association. And category 9, commercial website entry, there were no entries. That completes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. This being a committee report requires no action. Without objection, the report will be filed. We will now have the scholarship committee report presented by National Retired Ronnie Emerson. Are you still in the room? There you go.
Good morning, Mr. Vice President, Executive Council members, delegates, distinguished guests. I'm happy to announce that this year we'll be awarding a total of 6 $2,000 scholarships in the name of Command Sergeant Major Virgil R. Williams in EANGUS. A very special thanks goes to USAA, AFBA, and the Alaska Enlisted Association for sponsoring these scholarships. We had a total of 67 applicants submitted this year for consideration. Only one could not be considered because the sponsor was an associate member. This year, the admissions department of Danville Community College was a reviewing educational institution. Special thanks goes to Director Kathy Pulliam and her 3 members of her committee. A criteria was determined of a 4-part matrix: academics, leadership, community, civic involvement, and financial need. There were 25 states who submitted applications this year. They were Alaska, Alabama, Arkansas, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Louisiana, Maine, Minnesota, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, Wisconsin, and West Virginia. If I did not call your name, please go back and encourage your EANGUS members and dependents to please apply for the 16-17 school year. Now the winners. For the USAA scholarships, Bethany L. Lovell. She's sponsored by Master Sergeant Darrell Lovell from the state of Alabama. Donald M. Farrow, Sergeant First Class. He's the son of Sergeant First Class retired Diane Farrow from Ohio. The third is Hadley L. Fisher. She's the daughter of Sergeant First Class Thomas Fisher from the state of Wisconsin. The next scholarship is a combination of USAA and Alaska. USAA gave us $7,000 to go towards our scholarship program. The Virgil Williams Scholarship is a $2,000. So on Sunday, Alaska came to us and said, we want to give other $1,000 so we can present another scholarship. So Alaska, thank you so much for your stepping up and being able to present this scholarship. This next name I'm about to call does not know that he's going to be receiving this scholarship because he was the first alternate. And it is Andrew M. Coder. He's the son of Sergeant First Class Michael Coder from the state of Virginia. I, being from Virginia, am aware. I know Sergeant Coder. Sergeant Coder lost his job last week. So what a great testament for him to be able to get this scholarship. So thank you, USAA and Alaska, for those 4 scholarships. The next 2 are sponsored by AFBA, and they are Kaylee C. Baxter. She's the daughter of First Sergeant Preston Baxter from the state of Oregon. And the last one is Mary G. Hustis. She's the daughter of Senior Master Sergeant Ellie Hustis from the state of South Carolina. Our alternate this year is Miss Brennan McDowell from the state of Mississippi. So please join with me in thanking USAA, Alaska Enlisted Association, and AFBA. That concludes the Sergeant Major Virgil Williams part. Now I will go to the EANGUS and Grantham Scholarship Committee report. We had a total of 19 approved applications from 15 different states. Those states were Arizona, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Nevada, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, and Utah. With us today is Mr. Mark Wilson from Grantham University. He had to go to the auxiliary. Is Mark in the building? Is he with us? Okay. We'll hear from him Wednesday night also. Mark is the Senior Outreach Director for Grantham University. He's also an EANGUS member and a veteran himself, and we'll hear from him Wednesday night. The winner, who will be with us tomorrow night, is Sergeant First Class Eric Nyman from the state of Louisiana. Congratulations, Eric. Now the University of Phoenix scholarships. This year we had a total of 29 approved applicants from around 18 different states. Because it's done electronically, we do not know which states these are from. At least I don't know where they're from. And the way they do their evaluation process is pretty unique. There are 7 different evaluators around the United States, of which I'm one of them. And they'll send me 10 applications. You review them and you rate them, and you send it back electronically. Everything is done electronically. And it's a 3-part application process, and you review those and you rate them, then you send them back. Then they compile, the University of Phoenix compiles everything. They determine who the winners are. This year, the 3 university full scholarship winners are Eric Parsons from Columbus, Georgia, Daniel Yost from Yakima, Washington, and Heather Callahan from Santan Valley, Arizona. Congratulations to the University of Phoenix winners. This year, for the first time, we were able to offer a Grand Canyon University scholarship. It was supposed to be one for EANGUS and one for the auxiliary. However, the auxiliary did not have a qualifying applicant to apply, so therefore Grand Canyon said we will give it to a dependent of an EANGUS member. Here again, this was all done through electronic means, and then the information was given to us as to the winners. The winners of the first Grand Canyon University are Senior Airman Nicole Holland from the Washington Air National Guard. And the second scholarship goes to Shelley Smith. She's the dependent, and she resides in the state of Utah. So please congratulate Senior Airman Holland and Miss Shelley Smith. All of these sponsors are here with us in the exhibit hall today. Please go by USAA, AFBA, University of Phoenix, Grantham, and last but not least, Grand Canyon University. Is the representative from the Command Sergeant Major's Advisory Council? Here he is. Come on down. We have an announcement that we'd like to make. They're better known as CSMAC. I'm not going to steal his thunder. I know Command Sergeant Major Hill was supposed to be doing this. He's in the PD part. So Sergeant Major here is going to make an announcement with regard to CSMAC. Please welcome him to the stage, to the podium. I found out last night he was going to be doing this one over at the Colts Grill, and I'm sorry to, he told me his first name. I'm a senior moment, gray hair, but I know it's Command Sergeant Major Wingard, so please, come on.
Hey, aloha, good morning. My name is Dana Wingard. I'm the State Command Sergeant Major from the great state of Hawaii. I serve on the Executive Council for the Command Sergeant Major Advisory Council as the Secretary, and Command Sergeant Major Gordon here is the new Treasurer of the CSMAC. What we decided to do this year, which will be for the next school year, is the Command Sergeant Major Advisory Council has established a scholarship which will be managed by the Enlisted Association of the National Guard of the United States. The scholarship awarded and funded directly by the CSMAC. This is by all the dues of your state Command Sergeant Majors and senior enlisted leaders. The following persons are eligible: the EANGUS members, unmarried sons and daughters of EANGUS members, spouse of EANGUS members, and unmarried spouse and unmarried dependent sons and daughters of deceased EANGUS members who are in good standing. The scholarship will be awarded an amount of $500 for the current school year, and like I said before, this money will be from the dues of your Command Sergeant Major Advisory Council. That's all I have. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Aloha.
We're still working the kinks out, but we're pretty sure that what we're going to do is we will take the applications will be online just like they are now through the scholarship program. They will submit those. The same criteria for eligibility is the same criteria for the Command Sergeant Major Virgil Williams Scholarship. So that'll be pretty much in conjunction, and we'll be announcing those award winners at next year's conference for the first ever CSMAC scholarship. I'm also happy to announce that as of Saturday, that Kaplan University has come online with us, and they will be giving 6 full scholarships to either a undergraduate or a master's degree scholarships. It'll be done in 2 rounds. The first round will start February the 1st and go until April the 17th. They'll be awarding 3 full scholarships and 25 partial scholarships. A partial is going to be a 25% scholarship. Then, on 1 May till 30 June will be round 2, where they'll be awarding 3 more full scholarships and 25 more partial scholarships. These are called guardian scholarships, and if you look in the dictionary, guardian means someone who protects and defends. And what better name does it apply to for the National Guard but the Guardian Scholarship? Now, with us today in the exhibit hall is the representative from Kaplan. Her booth is set up right across from the Schneider tractor that's back there, so please go by and see Donna. Donna is a life member of this association. So we want to thank Kaplan for coming online. This will be, will start, like I said, February the 1st. You'll see the announcement will go out effective 1 January. Mr. Vice President, this concludes the Scholarship Committee report, and move that it be recorded as for information purposes only. We will be making the official presentations at the awards banquet tomorrow night. None of the Sergeant Major Virgil Williams winners could be here. All of them, with the exception of one, is already enrolled in their college or university. Miss Hadley Fisher from Wisconsin, she is in her 4th week of basic training, and they would not release her. Okay? Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Ronnie. This being a committee report, requires no action. Without objection, the report will be filed. And nice artillery red coat there, Ronnie. I appreciate that. We will now have the History Committee report presented by Lacey Hunt. Is Lacey here? I didn't see Lacey. Lacey? Deferred to tomorrow? Okay. Mariah, are you here? Junior enlisted report by Mariah Cruz. Is Mariah in the room? It's making it quicker to go to lunch. I did see this, man. How about the Army National Guard Committee report presented by Command Sergeant Major Retired Mike Rice?
Good morning, everyone. The Army Committee met at 13:45 hours Eastern Standard Time on Monday, 10 August 2015, Indianapolis Convention Center, Hall J, Indianapolis, Indiana. Members present: Chair Michael Rice, Army National Guard Command Sergeant Major Brunk W. Connolly, and over 200 Army National Guard attendees. Chair Rice briefed the attendees on how the session would operate, and then introduced Command Sergeant Major Connolly. Command Sergeant Major Connolly gave some opening remarks to those in attendance, and then opened the session up for questions from the attendees. Some of the topics that were brought up was the STEP program, school and promotion issues, sexual assault, and females in combat MOSs. Command Sergeant Major Connolly closed out the session with his thoughts on suicide in his 3-step program. He stated that suicides in the Army National Guard were down during the last fiscal year. Before closing the session, President Harris asked those in attendance to spend a few moments when they were leaving, visiting with the vendors, and then he expressing to the attendees the importance of the vendors in the overall convention budget. Mr. Vice President, this concludes my report. It is provided for information only, and I move the report be filed for record.
This being a committee report, requires no action. Without objection, the report will be filed. And as everybody knows, the President came back into the chamber, so I'll turn the gavel back over to him. And I don't know where page 3 of the script is. So.
Awesome. Do we need a break? Yes. All right, so let me figure out where we're at and what I missed. Let's take 10 minutes. If you would, please go visit the vendors in that 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Staff Sergeant Smith, Angela Louis Smith, or Angela Louis Smith.
You Sergeant Arms? Yes. Hi, Carl I, MBA.
Hi. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. John is going to present the raffle prize winners for our thing at 1 o'clock. So you have a session from 1 to 3, and our president will be here. I'll bring the raffle persons in. So John already agreed to do it. I just want to make sure 1 o'clock's all right. Harris, the president, yeah? Yeah. So can I bring the gifts in here, or how would you want me to write it down for you?
Rap-related assistant, whatever else. She was how early? 10:30. I think so.
Pocket knife? I do not.
Why not? I thought every good president.
I don't. How did the corporate thing go?
Okay, yeah.
Good.
Yep, I'm good.
1,300 words, sorry. 1,300 today. How do you say your last name, sorry? Okay. John's already said it's okay, but I'll bring this stuff in here and I'll help my boss present it. Now, let me, do I need to write my boss's name down? Probably, huh? His name is Roy Gibson. Roy L. Gibson, President, NBA. Military Benefit Association presents raffle prize winners. Those are the two prizes. He'll announce the names, and that's his name. Al Unser Jr.
Al
Unser.
Unser Jr.
Model car. It's a little model car. Sorry. How you doing, Sergeant Major? All right, thanks. Sergeant Alicio. Alosi. Nice to meet you, I'm Carl.
That's what I was for. The other thing. Okay. Okay. I haven't got a chance to check my name. Okay. So he does have it. Good enough. That's good. I just know the range. You gave them to somebody that you know they got them. Now, we sent a mail. Well, maybe one. Okay. Could very well give it anyway. I probably will see him next week. He's a